Welcome everyone to Jimmy John's Field on this gorgeous Friday evening game between the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers and the Westside Mammoths. Brian Fisher and Dan Dilber with you here. And Dan, the last time these two teams met in a 10-1 blowout in favor of the Beavers.
Yeah, it was, and that was, Sunday on Father's Day, so fathers got treated to a blowout there. Kevin Matthews was amazing. I mean, he's one of the top pitchers in the league right now.
Yeah, he went 6 innings pitched in his longest game so far this season with only 1 hit, 1 run, 9 strikeouts, and 2 walks. And really, Dan, his biggest issue as a starting pitcher was his pitch count would get so high. He'd walk and strike out a lot of guys, but he kept his walk rate way down that game, only walking 2 guys, which allowed him to go 6 innings, put his team in a solid spot to win that game. And the offense was supplying a lot of power that game as well.
Yeah, Nick Wilson, how about him?
Yeah, he had 2 separate home runs, a solo shot and a 3-run home run that provided 4 of the RBIs, 4 of the runs in that ball game for the Beavers. So it was just a one-sided blowout. Riley Palmer for the Mammoths was the only one on the entire team who was able to provide a hit. He got a hit, and then he stole second and third and advanced home on a pass ball. He's the only run that scored all game for the Mammoths, and he did it basically all of his own volition out there on the base pads. Good game from him. Let's hope that the rest of his team has come to play today.
Yeah, definitely.
The Mammoths have continued to struggle on the year. The Beavers just tend to beat them up when they play each other, and they're playing each other tonight and tomorrow. So let's see if the Mammoths can. It's two good games for the Mammoths to be able to get on the right track here. Starting today for the Beavers, Dan, is going to be Brian Bayless Jr. And Dan, he's done all right so far this year. He's got a 4.33 ERA, which isn't fantastic, but isn't great either.
Yeah, it wasn't good at all. And then you have also, you talk about Bayless, right?
Yeah, Brian Bayless.
Yeah, he's got to step it up, definitely.
He's gone 27 innings pitched with 22 hits, 10 walks, and 21 strikeouts. His whip is 119, which isn't terrible, not bad.
No.
He's got to get that hit rate down. He's got to get a lot less hits. And on the other side, I think Sean Kennedy is starting for the Westside Woolly Mammoths. He's going to be looking to turn the season around out here tonight, Dan. He's got a 6.18 ERA and 27 2/3 innings pitched, 32 hits, 8 walks, 14 strikeouts. His whip is 145. He's just let up way too many hits out there on the mound, and let's hope that he can turn things around here today.
Yeah, definitely. And both of these two teams are struggling. I mean, it's still early going in the season. Hopefully they can both turn it all around.
We've played just over 1/3 of the season, so there's still a lot of games left to play, and anything can change. It is currently 78 degrees and mostly cloudy.
The wind pick up and the clouds start rolling in, and it was just all bad from there.
So, Dan, who did you pick for your player of the game today? Prediction?
I'm going to go with Nick Wilson.
Nick Wilson is a solid pick, considering the last time these two teams played on Sunday, he hit 2 home runs.
Yeah.
So it's a solid pick to go with. I'm going to go with Riley Palmer, the man who ran the base pads like a demon out there. It's supposed to be a gorgeous evening, just partly cloudy all the way through, and then so we shouldn't have to worry about rain like we did yesterday, Dan.
No,
rain,
yeah, that was bad.
Rain was a story.
Yeah, it looked good in the beginning.
Steve down there decided he's going to go with Tyler McVickers. So interesting pick from him, picking the DH. Going to have to rely solely on the offensive skills out there today.
Yeah, definitely. So.
But Steve knows what he's talking about. So.
I mean, he's beating us right now in the picks, right?
He is so far.
So we'll have to wait and see. Maybe me and you can try to catch up to him. Is he gonna be here tomorrow? We never know.
And then, like we mentioned yesterday, ended in a rain out. It ended at the top of the 5th inning. 4-1 or 4-2? No, it was actually, I'm sorry, 7 to 4.
Yeah. I mean, these two teams, Utica and the Diamond Hoppers, we seen them last time. It was a long game.
Yeah, the last 2 times those 2 teams have played each other, Dan, it was 17-15 and 10-9. And yesterday was 7-4. They were exchanging runs yet again. Colin Thacker, how about him, Dan? In his debut with the USPBL and the Utica Unicorns, he went 3 for 3, had an infield single, a 2 RBI double, and a 2-run home run. Had 4 RBIs in just 4 innings pitched, or 4 innings. That's phenomenal. Meanwhile, Donnie Murray only went 3 2/3. He entered the game with the 2nd highest ERA in the league, and ended up leaving it going only 3 2/3 innings pitched with 5 hits, 4 earned runs, and 2 strikeouts. Not the outing he needed.
No, not at all. And hopefully he can bounce back from it.
So that game will be completed at a later date. There was the top of the 5th inning when the rain delay hit, and we'll see where it's going from there. We'll find out later on when they are going to continue that game, probably in a closed day.
You would think that it would probably be during the week when we're not here.
So meanwhile, we get ready for the Westside Woolly Mammoths starting lineup, and we'll send it down to the field for that.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to bring on your home team for tonight's game, the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers, managed by Chris Newell. Joining the Beavers on the field today are the baseball buddies, the Michigan Backbusters, 14 and under and 10 and under divisions. Leading off and batting first from Hayward, California, the center fielder, number 26, Don Andre Clark, with Kate Bradshaw and Avery Cervoni. Batting second from Munson, Indiana, third baseman number 7, Alex Maloney, with Ava Hallam and Abby Jenkins. Batting third from Decatur, Georgia, the first baseman number 6, Nick Wilson, with Maddie Metz and Madison Nooner. Batting fourth from Pearland, Texas, the right fielder number 3, Nick Buckner, with Olivia Rachel and Ella Rusher. Batting fifth from Dexter, Michigan, the left fielder number 4, Mike Medashevsky, with Carly Sierzenja and Mia Simon. Batting sixth from Deming, New Mexico, the second baseman number 10, Dan Kennan, with Nicole Syracuse and Riley Thomas. Batting seventh from Montpelier, Virginia, the shortstop number 1, DJ Martinez, with Abby Palmer and Hannah Tassin. Batting eighth from Woodstock, Maryland, the catcher number 17, Robert Lucido, with Jody Schweisiger and Vanessa Galovich. Batting ninth from New Hyde Park, New York, the designated hitter number 13, Thomas Rulis, with Casey Sandry and Isabella Prager. And the starting pitcher tonight, from Clawson, Michigan, number 24, Ryan Bayless, with Aaron Harris and Katie Rusher. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats. Veterans and active military may keep your caps on while rendering the hand salute. as we honor America and our military with the singing of our national anthem, performed this evening by Phi Nu Alpha Fraternity of Oakland University.
Welcome back, everyone, in this matchup that is soon to begin between the Westside Woolly Mammoths and the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers. Brian Fisher and Dan Dober with you here. And Dan, why don't you go through the starting lineup for the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers?
All right, Brian, here we go. Batting first and in left field is R.J. Fuhr. Batting second and playing second is Ian Yetzko. Batting third and in right, Alex Abbott. Batting fourth and at short is Jeff Smith. Batting fifth and at first is Roddy Palmer. Batting sixth and behind the plate, Kyle Havner. Batting seventh and at DH, you have Tyler McVicker. Batting eighth and at third, you have Kent Blackstone. And batting ninth and in center, you have Jabba Farrow. Defensively for the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers, in left, you have Mike Mezevsky. In center, you have DeAndre Clark. In right, you have Nicholas Buckner. At third, you have Alex Maloney. At short, you have DJ Martinez. At second, you have Dan Kennan. At first, you have Nick Wilson. Doing the catching behind the plate is Robert Lucido. And on the mound for the Beavers, Brian Bayless.
And like you mentioned, like we were talking about earlier, Dan, Brian Bayless didn't have that great of a start last time out, but every day is a new day, and he's going to be looking to improve on that today. He's got his mom here, so hopefully he'll put on a show for her. Met her earlier today. She's a very nice woman.
Yeah, he has given up only 22 hits, has 21 strikeouts, gave up 13 earned runs. ERA is only 4.33, and WHIP is 1.19. So, yeah, definitely it'd be a better start for him, hopefully, this evening.
So, R.J. Fuhr is going to step in now.
Hopefully he can turn it around as well. He's been struggling to start the season, hasn't he, Brian?
Yeah, he's been a little bit better as of late, but
hopefully he can turn around, you know. Still a lot left of season left.
Yeah, he had a good game last time. He didn't register a hit. He actually went 0 for 0, 0 for nothing. He had 3 walks in the game, but he's showing great patience at the plate. And, you know, when you're showing great patience at the plate, you're going to eventually force the pitcher to throw you something.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to constantly have to walk you. As here comes the first pitch of the ball game. It's going to be in there for a strike, 0-1. First pitch comes at 7:05 p.m. and the temperature is 78 degrees Fahrenheit.
Not bad.
Good temperature to start a game as that one's flied into foul territory. 0-2 now on Fuhr.
We definitely have a great crowd on hand here at Jimmy John's Field. Obviously, tonight is fireworks night as well after the game.
You're forgetting one crucial thing, dude.
Oh, it's OU night?
It is OU night.
Yes, it is.
He's just going to fly that one, and actually it's going to land on the ground right in front of Kennan over there at second base, and it's going to be the first out as he throws down to Wilson. Just a little short blooper over to the second. So now Ian Yetzko is going to step in. Last time these two teams met, Yetzko went 0 for 4. You're going to hear a lot about that, a lot of 0 for 4s and 0 for 3s today, as the only one of the Mammoths to get a hit last time they played the Beavers was Riley Palmer. First pitch to Yetzko is going to be in there for a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, definitely rocking my OU shirt. So are you.
That one's going to be inside for a ball, 1-1. Well, of course, it only comes once a season, so I had to make sure that I remembered to wear my shirt. I had a lot to choose from. Very carefully chosen. As that one's going to be high.
Representing
ball, 2-1.
WXOU.
Yeah, I don't know why I had such a hard time deciding. Not like anyone's going to see it from where I'm sitting.
Yeah.
The 2-1 pitch is going to be grounded. Great sliding stop by Martinez, but he's not going to have a play down there at first base, so that'll be an infield base hit for Ian Yetzko. Just hit a trickler down there to the second or shortstop Martinez. So now Alex Abbott will step in with a man on and one out here in the top of the first.
Last time these two teams faced, which was that Sunday, he was 0 for 4. Obviously, only Palmer getting that hit for the Woolly Mammoths.
Swing and a miss there from Abbott. 0-1. Just couldn't catch up to that 91-mile-an-hour fastball from Brian Bayless. Decent lead from Ian Yetzko down there at first base. Going to throw down, but he's going to get back in easily. Comes the 0-1 pitch. It's going to be just a hair outside, 0-2. Or 1-1. I don't know why I said 0-2 there. There's a ball.
The Grizz is here as well. Mascot for the Golden Grizzlies.
Following the
cheerleaders and the dance team.
Following the tradition that we have on these college nights, as Yetzko's going to try and steal second, but the ball's going to be tapped foul. So 1-2 now. Now there's 2 strikes on it. Yetzko takes a light jog back to first base. Not much of a breeze to speak of today compared to yesterday, where the wind was changing direction what seemed like every 10 minutes. It was a strong wind yesterday. Gonna fake a throw down there to first. Defense playing Abbott straight up. He's got a .250 batting average and 3 home runs as he skies that one foul down by the home team dugout. So it'll remain 1-2 on him now. The stadium, Dan, continues to fill up here. It's filling up quite nicely here on this beautiful Friday evening.
That's also a Riverwalk Festival down in downtown Utica.
Yeah, we got the fair going on down there. I can see the Ferris wheel spinning from where I sit.
It's great scenery.
Going to throw down a first again, but Yetzko gets in safely.
The weather is just beautiful.
That ball's going to be outside. Count's going to fall even at 2-2. Yeah, quite a change from yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday, the game started off like partly cloudy.
It was
and then
good, and then all of a sudden you see those crowds rolling in, and it's like, uh-oh.
Yeah, you saw those dark clouds, and you're thinking that's not going to be good. And next thing you know, it was pouring, and it just didn't stop. And we ended up calling the game as Jesko's going to try and steal. This ball is going to be hit to center field. Clark is going to be underneath it and make the catch. So Jesko's going to have to retreat back to first on what was probably a hit and run. So now Jeff Smith will step in. He's got a man on first, 2 outs here after Jesko hit an infield single earlier this inning.
Smith's hitting .268, has 15 hits and 8 RBIs.
No home runs for him yet. He also went 0 for 3 last time these two teams met and struck out swinging twice. I can't necessarily blame him, though. He's up against Kevin Matthews. The guy strikes out a ton. Comes the first pitch to Smith. It's going to be a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. A look down to first is going to run Jesko back to first base. Brian Bayless keeping a careful eye on Jesko down there at first base. He's already attempted to steal a couple times. Swinging a miss there. Big rip from Jeff Smith, but couldn't catch up to that 93-mile-an-hour fastball, so 0-2 on him now. To his credit, Bayless is one of the more attentive pitchers on the mound. He's definitely a lot more careful when it comes to runners on base. Here's the 0-2 pitch. It's going to be low and away, 1-2 now. Here comes the 1-2. Jesko's gunning. And ball's going to be fouled off, so he'll have to return back to first. He's gotten great.
Yeah, he's got a good jump.
Yeah, he's gotten great jumps on all of these, but just their balls are either fouled off or hitting to flyouts. Yeah. Just his team's not helping him out any here.
It's got to be really frustrating.
1-2 pitch is going to be skied in the air to center field, and that's going to fall for a base hit. It's going to get behind Clark. So Jesko is going to be waved around third. He's going to try and score. And that's going to be an RBI double for Jeff Smith. And that'll be a 1-0 lead for the Birmingham or Westside Woolly Mammoths here in the top of the first inning. So Westside Woolly Mammoths already matching their hit total from last time they played these two teams with a hit here in the first inning.
Feels like it's been a while.
So Riley Palmer, my pick for player of the game, will step in with a runner at second base and a chance to extend the ball game or extend the lead here for the Mammoths. 2 outs with a man at second after the Jeff Smith RBI double. He's going to foul that one into the netting behind home plate, so 0-1. Just barely getting a piece of that 92-mile-an-hour heater. DeAndre Clark in center field tried to make a diving catch on that shallow single to center field, but he was unable and ended up getting behind him, which allowed Jeff Smith to advance all the way to second base and Jesko to score from first, as that pitch is in there for a strike, 0-2. Swing and a miss there, and that's going to end the inning on a strikeout. So the Mammoths go down, but they score their first run of the ball game thanks to the RBI double from Jeff Smith. When we come back, it's going to be the Beavers' turn to swing the bats. DeAndre Clark's going to lead it off. Following him will be Alex Maloney and Nick Wilson. So we'll be back shortly with more. Welcome back, everyone. Brian Fisher and Dan Dolber with you here in this matchup between the Westside Mammoths and the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers. And Dan, why don't you go through the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers starting lineup for us here as they're about to take some swings here.
All right. Leading off, and in center, you have DeAndre Clark. Batting second, and at third, you have Alex Maloney. Batting third, and at first, you have Nick Wilson. Batting fourth, and then right, you have Nicholas Buckner. Batting fifth, and in left, you have Mike Mierzewski. That's a hard name to say. Batting sixth, and at second, you have Dan Kennan. Batting seventh, and then at short, you have DJ Martinez. Batting eighth, and doing the catching is Robert Lucido. And batting ninth, and at DH is Thomas Ruiz. Defensively, real quick for the Westside Woolly Mammoths. Out on left is RJ Fuhr. In center is Jabba Farrell. And right is Alex Abbott. At third, you have Kent Blackstone. At shortstop, you have Jeff Smith. At second, you have Ian Yetzko. First, you have Roddy Palmer. Behind the plate is Kyle Hamner. And on the mound is Sean Kennedy.
Meanwhile, the first pitch of DeAndre Clark is a ball. Here comes the 1-0. It's going to be high for a ball as well, 2-0. Sean Kennedy takes the mound. He's got a 6.18 ERA through 7 games so far this season. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. It's going to be high as well for a ball, 3-0. So 3 balls to start off the game. Let's hope he can get a strike here. Definitely not how he wants to start it, but see what he can manage. Comes the 3-0 pitch. That's going to be on the inside corner for a strike, 3-1. Sean Kennedy tends to give up a lot of hits in his pitching performances. Let's hope he can cut it down on that as that one hits the inside corner for a strike, 3-2. So a full count now. The 3-2 pitch is going to be skied over to right field, fairly deep, but Abbott's going to be able to get underneath it and make the catch. So after getting ahead in the count 3-0, he eventually flies out after a 3-2 pitch. So Alex Maloney will step in now. Here's the first pitch to Maloney. It's going to be in there for a ball, 1-0. He's going to chop that one down to the shortstop, Jeff Smith, and a quick throw down to first is going to get him. So 2 up, 2 down here for Sean Kennedy in the bottom half of the first inning.
Making quick work to start.
So now the power hitting Nick Wilson will step in. Nick Wilson, the man who hit 2 home runs in the last game these two teams faced off against. Or last time these two teams faced off against each other. That's a better way to word it.
And I believe that first one was deep to center, like his first one back here at USPBL when he hit it out.
Yeah, the first home run he hit after rejoining the league was dead center field. Last game when he hit 2, one was left and one was deep to right on the other side of the hill in right field. It was absolutely a moonshot as he swings and fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. He's going to fly that one foul. 0-2 now.
So definitely those fans over there on the hill and right better be ready.
Yeah, he's got a lot of power in that bat. And it had been a while since we had seen home runs from him, and then he granted us 2 in one ball game. Here's the 0-2 pitch. He's going to swing and miss at that one, go down strikes, and that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning from Sean Kennedy. Fantastic way for him to start the ball game. And after going down in order, it's going to be the Mammoths due up on the top half of the second inning. Due up for them is going to be Kyle Hamner, Tyler McVicker, and Kent Blackstones. We'll be back shortly with more. It's still a 1-0 lead in favor of the Westside Woolly Mammoths. Welcome back, everyone, to the top half of the second inning. Kyle Hamner's due up. It's a 1-0 lead for the Westside Woolly Mammoths. And that came courtesy of the RBI double from Jeff Smith that allowed Ian Yetzko to score all the way from first. That came in the top of the first inning. Comes the first pitch to Hamner. Just going to hit off his bat, so it'll be a foul ball. 0-1 on him now.
Hamner's hitting .279, has 12 hits and 6 RBIs.
Comes the 0-1 pitch. He's going to break his bat on that one. It's going to trickle down the first. And Nick Wilson's just going to tag Hamner as he approaches the bag. Brian Bayless had to jump over top of that broken bat. It broke at the base again and came flying at him. So now Tyler McVicker, the DH, will stand in. Steve's pick for player of the game. First pitch from McVicker is going to be in there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch is going to be fouled off. McVicker on the season is batting just .188. He's got a home run, though. 8 RBIs, 9 hits, and 7 walks. So he's going to definitely be looking to improve on his less than stellar season to this point. That one's going to be fouled off as well. 0-2 now.
fans are still making their way to their seats.
Well, it's only the top of the second.
Yeah.
And my experience going to baseball games is you don't really feel the baseball. That one's going to be drilled on a line right to Nick Wilson. He's going to catch it right at his feet. So it's going to be 2 up, 2 down for Brian Bayless here in the second inning. Yeah, my experience in baseball, Dan, is stands don't really tend to finish filling up until the
Like the fourth,
middle.
maybe?
Yeah, about the fourth. People tend to come late to baseball games, just kind of due to the length or due to traffic.
I know I like to get to the ballpark early, watch the batting practice, and just take it all in.
That one's going to be grounded down to the first as well, and Nick Wilson's going to get all 3 putouts this
Wow.
inning in a 1-2-3 inning. They all go down in order, and we're going to go to the bottom half of the first inning, where due up for the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers is going to be Nick Buckner, Mike Metashevsky, and Dan Kennan. So we'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned. Yep, there we go. Welcome back, everyone, to the bottom half of the second inning. Brian Fisher and Dan Dobler with you here in this ball game between the Beavers and the Mammoths. The Mammoths currently lead at 1-0, thanks to the Jeff Smith RBI double back in the first inning. The first pitch to Nick Buckner is going to be in for a strike, 0-1. And Brian Bayless, the pitcher for the Beavers, Dan, has thrown 28 pitches, 23 of which have been strikes. He's been very efficient, despite
Yes,
the
he has.
1 earned run here in the first 2 innings, as that one's going to be a ball, 1-1. Sean Kennedy had himself a 1-2-3 first inning, so it's turning out to be an interesting ball game so far. As that one's going to be a ball low and away, 2-1, as you wouldn't peg either of these pitchers for pitchers to
Be, like a duel.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
And that one's going to be hit right up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit for Nick Buckner. So now Mike Metashevsky will come up to bat with a runner at first and no outs here in the bottom half of the second inning. And his debut last weekend on Father's Day against the Mammoths, Metashevsky went 1 for 5, correction. He did have a double. So he has his first hit here at the USPBL. And the first pitch to him is going to be a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch is going to be hit up the middle again, and that's another base hit straight up the middle. And Metashevsky's on with a single, pushing Buckner over to second. So Dan Kennan will come in with runners at first and second with no outs and a chance to tie the ball game for the Beavers here.
Kennan's hitting 245, has 12 hits and 2 RBIs.
He's got a chance to add another one on here with Buckner down there at second base. The first pitch to him is going to be called a strike 0-1. Sean Kennedy seeing his first trouble of the ball game here. He's going to swing and foul that one off. Defense playing. The third and first basemen were playing in case of a bunt, but the third baseman Blackstone's backing up now. Here's the 0-2 pitch. He's going to take on that one, going to be called out on strikes as that pitch finds the strike zone. So that's going to be the first out of the inning. And DJ Martinez is going to step in with 1 out and 2 men on. Martinez, the last time these two teams faced off, went 0 for 4. Drew a walk, however.
He's hitting 214, has 12 hits and 7 RBIs. Obviously, he wants to do something here to get the Beavers on the board.
He's got an opportunity now as the first pitch comes into him. That's going to be a strike down low, 0-1. Comes the 0-1 pitch. It's going to be high and away, 1-1 now. Swing and a miss there from Martinez. Big rip.
Yeah.
And it's going to be 1-2 on him now.
There's a great location there by Kennedy on the inside.
There's now a slight breeze running from left field to right field. Earlier today we had what looked pretty much like dead air. So a big rip at a ball high in the strike zone. Martinez goes down. Second strikeout in a row for Sean Kennedy. So now it's going to be up to Robert Lucido to do the damage here and tie this ball game. He's got runners at first and second with 2 outs now. He's batting just 0.59 on the season to this point. That's going to be a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. A 1 pitch again on the inside corner, 0-2. Swing and just gets a piece of that one to stay alive.
Hamner looks a little bit shaken up there.
Seems to be okay, though. Robert Lucido only has 1 hit on the season, Dan, and that was a solo home run for him. So, quite a way to.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna get 1 hit, I guess that's
Might
the
as
one
well.
hit you're gonna want. Swing and a miss there, and 3 strikeouts
Wow.
to end the inning.
Great job by Kennedy there.
Strikes at the side after allowing the first 2 batters on through base hits. And after 2 full innings of play, it's still a 1-0 Mammoths, and we go to the top half of the 3rd inning. We're due up for those Mammoths will be Jabba Farrell. Following him will be R.J. Fier and Ian Yetzko. So we'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned. right. Welcome back, everyone. Brian Fisher and Dan Dilber with you here for the top half of the third inning. It's currently a 1-0 lead for the Westside Woolly Mammoths over the Beavers. And Jabba Farrell set to lead it off. Last time these two teams faced off, he went 2 for 4, had a 2 base hits, an RBI, and came around to score himself. Hit into a double play as well, so a little bit of a mixed bag out of him. There's 1-0 on him now. It's the first pitch to him missed.
Yeah, he's hitting 164, has 10 hits, a homer, and an RBI.
He's going to drive that one high into the air. DeAndre Clark's got it out there in center field. He's underneath it, makes the catch, and that's going to be a quick out for Brian Bayless. He's now got 5 consecutive outs here.
How about both of these pitchers? Who ever thought it would be a duo like it has been?
Yeah, it's definitely been a pleasant surprise. We've only played 2 innings, though, so anything can change.
Yeah.
We've seen this before where 2 pitchers are fantastic, and then, like, the 5th inning seems to be a bit cursed for pitchers, is they'll get to the 5th inning, and then all of a sudden they'll get lit up. Remember that happened a couple weeks ago with, I think it was Holcomb, who was playing phenomenal and then gave up like 5 earned runs in the 5th. And that one's going to be swung on and hit into the netting behind home plate for a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, definitely a dominant pitchers so far to start the season is Holcomb, and then you have Matthews. I believe there's one more. I can't think of it. Murray, Donnie Murray.
It was the 0-1 pitch. That one's going to be in the dirt for a ball, 1-1. R.J. Fuhr's first time up, grounded over to the second baseman, Dan Cannon. I don't know if you can really call that. I mean, I guess it did ground, but it was kind of like a really light blooper. So he has to dodge out of the way of that one. 2-1 now. He kind of blooped it over the head of Bayless and then landed in the dirt right in front of Cannon. So
weird play. Definitely.
Don't know necessarily if you call that a ground out or not. Comes the 2-1 pitch. It's going to be in there for a strike, 2-2. Comes the 2-2. He's going to check his swing on that. Appealed on it first. He's going to say he didn't go, so count will run full at 3-2 now. Comes the 3-2 pitch. It's going to be inside. He's going to walk him. So after getting the first guy out, he walks R.J. Fuhr. So Ian Yetzko will step in. He had an infield single his first time up. Came around to score on the RBI double from Jeff Smith.
It's like R.J. Fuhr's playing little mind games there with Bayless.
He's got a decent lead over there first. They're going to toss down, but he's going to be back safely. It's crazy how Nick Wilson just seems to tower over everyone down there at first base. He's going to drive that one to right field. Buckner's going to be underneath it and make the catch. That's going to be 2 outs as R.J. Fuhr retreats back to first base.
Now batting the right fielder, number 21, Alex Abbott. The pride of Tipton, Georgia, as a youth, Rabbit Abbott idolized Josh Hamilton and is known by his smooth left-handed swing. He once hit 2 grand slams in one game for his high school team and was later drafted by the Los Angeles Angels.
So Alex Abbott will come up to bat now. He flew out to center field to DeAndre Clark his last time up. He's got 2 outs now with a man on first base. And there goes R.J. Fuhr, and that one is going to be fouled off, so he will have to retreat back to first base. So 0-1 now on Alex Abbott. Comes the 0-1 pitch. It's going to be low and away. 1-1 now. Quick look down the first base, and R.J. Fuhr retreats back. One pitch is going to be high for a ball, 2-1. Bayless coming into this inning had thrown, I believe, 28 pitches, 23 of which had been strikes. He's got himself into a full count this inning, but manages to have 2 outs now with 1 man on as they throw down R.J. Fuhr. Two-one pitch is going to be away. 3-1 now. The 3-1 pitch is going to be swung into the netting. Full count now, second full count of the inning. The last one resulted in the walk of R.J. Fuhr. Let's see if Brian Bayless can turn the tables on this one. Three-two pitch, runners go. It's going to be fouled into the netting, so it will remain 3-2. R.J. Fuhr is on the move here because of the 3-2 count.
Abbott's just trying to stay alive.
Yeah, in a 3-2 count with 2 outs, you got to do everything you can just to try and reach base. And there goes R.J. Fuhr, but they're going to say he didn't go.
Very close play there.
So it's going to be in a walk for Alex Abbott, and R.J. Fuhr will advance safely to second base. So 2 3-2 count walks for Brian Bayless this inning, as Jeff Smith will stand in. He's got himself a RBI double so far in this ballgame and a chance to tack on a couple more here with a runner at second base. Still 2 outs here in the top half of the third inning. Swing and a miss there. Big cut from Jeff Smith as he misses on the 92-mile-an-hour fastball, so 0-1 on him. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball, 1-1. One pitch is going to be swung and hit foul. 1-2 now on Smith. A call for time as Brian Bayless was taking his sweet time. Comes the 1-2 pitch. He's going to drive that one to right field. Buckner's going to back up just shy of the warning track to make the catch. So Brian Bayless gets out of the little jam he got himself into. And after 2.5 innings of play, it's still a 1-0 lead for the Westside Woolly Mammoths. So we'll go to the bottom half of the inning, where leading off for the Beavers is going to be Thomas Rulis, DeAndre Clark, and Alex Maloney. So please stay tuned. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back, everyone, to the bottom half of the third inning between the Beavers and the Mammoths. The Beavers set to lead it off here with Thomas Rulis. They currently trail the game 1-0.
Which is a beautiful evening here we have, Brian.
Yeah, Dan, it really is. 78 degrees at the start of the game, partly cloudy. It's supposed to be like this all night long. And much better night compared to last night. As that pitch is going to be inside for a ball. 1-0 now.
That flag out there in center was definitely moving yesterday.
Yeah, it was going strongly from left field to right field. Then it switched about halfway through right field to left field, and that's when you notice the big clouds coming over. So that one's going to be inside for a ball as well. 2-0. That's going to be a strike on the outside corner. 2-1 now. He's going to ground that one over to the shortstop, Smith. Throw's going to be high to first base, but he's going to come down with it. Great job by Palmer, maintaining a handle on that to get the out.
Had to jump way up there to get it.
Yes, he did, as DeAndre Clark will step in now. He flew out to the center fielder, the right fielder last time up.
His idol is Willie Mays.
Who was your favorite baseball player growing up, Dan?
You know what? I really liked Bobby Higginson for the Tigers. He was one of my favorites. But Ken Griffey Jr. definitely.
That's going to be a ball, 1-0. Ken Griffey Jr. is always a safe pick. He was definitely had a Hall of Fame career, just phenomenal through and through. As the 1-0 pitch comes outside for a ball, 2-0.
What about you?
Now, this is going to sound a little bit weird.
Okay.
But I really like Don Kelly.
Don Kelly, baby.
2-0 pitch is going to be hit right up the middle for a base hit. So it's going to be a base hit for DeAndre Clark, and with one out, there's a man on for the Beavers here in the bottom half of the third.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
I just really appreciated how well-rounded Don Kelly was.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't that great of a hitter, but he could play pretty much any position. Well, he did play every position. I mean, the guy even pitched for us.
Yeah.
And he was super humble as well. It's just nothing about him I didn't like.
If only we can still have him at pitching role.
Yeah, right now.
Still have him.
Unfortunately, with the way that utility players are, once you're in your 30s, you get replaced by a younger utility player. So his career with the Tigers didn't last very long. Now we have Andrew Romine filling that role.
Did a great job.
Hit a grand slam earlier this season.
Yeah.
So it's 0-1 on Alex Maloney now as he fouls the first pitch off.
I was on my way home from class, and I was able to hear, Dan Dickerson, Jim Price make that call.
I was watching it, actually. I skipped going to class just so I could watch the Tigers game. It was on campus, and they're going to throw down a first, but DeAndre Clark's back in safely. I'm a bad student.
Well.
Another throw down a first. Sean Kennedy not taking any chances with Clark on the base paths.
As long as you're passing, that's all that matters.
I am, actually. I'm doing pretty well. Give myself a pat on the back. Comes the 0-1 pitch. It's going to be in there for a strike, 0-2.
There's nothing wrong with skipping class here and there.
That's what I tell myself. That's what I tell myself when I skip class.
Especially, Tigers opening day. You're always, sometimes you're hesitant to skip class because you're like, oh, gotta be there to watch it.
It's going to be a ball, 1-2.
This year I was fortunate not to have a class,
Well,
so I was able to watch it.
Or the best of both worlds is when you have a professor who lets you use your laptop in class.
Yeah.
So you grab a seat in the back and you open up your laptop and you start streaming it and pretend you're taking notes on your laptop. And, yeah, that's how you don't learn in class. Don't do what I do, kids. Is that one's grounded over to the shortstop. They're going to throw down a second, get him, but the throw down to first won't be in time. So they'll get they'll get DeAndre Clark down there at second base.
First baseman number 6, Nick Wilson.
So now Nick Wilson will come up to bat.
I always had actually a teacher back in high school. When Tigers played opening day, he would just stream it. That was our class period. Just watch it.
I remember back when Nick Lidstrom retired, Dan.
Okay.
I convinced my English teacher to let us stream his retirement press conference because me and one other kid in the whole class loved hockey.
Yeah.
And I said, I remember striking a deal with her. I couldn't remember what it was. That one's fouled off by Wilson, so 0-1 on him. I can't remember what the deal was, but I remember she eventually agreed to it, and it was honestly really bittersweet. I'm like, awesome, I don't have to listen in class, I get to watch this. But I was like really sad because Nick Lidstrom was retiring. So it was a mixed bag of emotions.
Similar situation, had a teacher, we watched the parade for the Red Wings when they won the Stanley Cup. So that was cool.
The 0-1 pitch, that one's going to be fouled off. 0-2 now.
And, of course, my dad bragged because he was down there right front row watching them go up and down the streets.
I watched Game 5, and it went to overtime, I believe. And it was still young, so I had like a curfew and all that. And I convinced my parents to let me stay up. Well, then Pittsburgh scored and won the game. And so when Game 6 came around and it was a close game, my parents made me go to bed because they're like, we're not risking you getting tired for school tomorrow. I could wake up the next morning and find out they won the cup. I missed the whole ceremony. I was so upset.
I'll be so upset. Yeah, definitely.
That pitch misses outside. 1-2 now on Wilson.
Oh.
I was like, because that was the one Stanley Cup championship I actually remember from, because, I was only one when they won the 97 Cup and the 98 Cup. And then, that one's going to be a swing and a miss from Nick Wilson. Big cut. He's going to strike out. So after 3 innings of play, it's going to be a 1-0 lead for the Mammoths as we go to the top half of the fourth. Leading off for the Mammoths will be Riley Palmer, Kyle Hamner, and Tyler McVicker. We'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to the top half of the fourth inning. Riley Palmer is due up. He's going to drive that one foul.
He's your pickup player of the game, right?
Yes, he is. And
guess what?
0-1.
I guess he's a Boston Bruin fan.
Yeah, I don't necessarily
You'll
agree
take
with that. But I have to stick with my pick.
Mm-hmm.
That one's going to be a ball, 1-1.
Dug your grave, you must lie in it.
I thought it was make your bed lie.
Oh,
in
yeah.
it.
There you go. I'm out of it today, Brian.
It's all right. As the 1-1's going to be fouled off. 1-2 now on Riley Palmer. Last time up, Palmer struck out swinging. It's a 1-0 ball game in favor of the Westside Woolly Mammoths. Here comes the 1-2. He's going to drive that one foul on the first base line. And that came courtesy of the RBI double from Jeff Smith back in the first inning that scored Ian Yetzko. And that's been about it for as far as action goes. We've had a couple threatening situations for both teams so far, but nothing to show for it. The 1-2 pitch, swung on a miss. Big rip there from Palmer. He goes down on strikes. Missing on that 93-mile-an-hour fastball. That's just the second strikeout for Brian Bayless today. And the second strikeout for Riley Palmer as well.
Yeah, and Kennedy has 5.
So now it's going to be Kyle Hamner who will step in with one out here in the top of the fourth inning. It's going to be a pitch low and inside for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch is going to be fouled off. 1-1. McVicker was the first of the 3 victims in the second inning to ground out over to the first baseman, Nick Wilson. It's going to be fouled off, 1-2. Correction, it was a ground out, line out, ground out, but all 3 of which went to Nick Wilson over there at first base. It was an interesting inning. It's not often you see all 3 putouts happen just like that. Comes the 1-2 pitch. He's going to ground that one over to the third baseman, Maloney, but it's going to run foul, so Hammer will return to the batter's box. The 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Then it's going to be 2 consecutive strikeouts for Brian Bayless to start the fourth inning here. So now Tyler McVicker, the DH, will step in. Lined out to Nick Wilson last time up, and with 2 outs, he looks to get something going here for the Westside Woolly Mammoths.
Right now he's doing a great job at locating his pitches.
That pitch is going to be right down the middle for a strike. 0-1 on McVicker. It's going to be grounded over to the shortstop. A long throw, and he's going to get him. Fantastic play by DJ Martinez out there at short as he runs to his right and throws to his left on a long off-balance throw.
Beautiful play.
To get Tyler McVicker at first base. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Brian Bayless. And it's still a 1-0 lead for the Westside Woolly Mammoths as we go to the bottom half of the fourth. When we come back, it's going to be Nick Buckner, Mike Metashevsky, and Dan Kennan up to bat. So please stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to the bottom half of the 4th inning where Nick Buckner set to lead it off. He had a base hit his last time up. For those who are interested, the Red Wings just drafted number 9 and drafted Michael Rasmussen, a center. And
you would want, everyone's thinking they should have got Velarde.
I wanted Velarde. He fell really far down. He was ranked number 9. He ended up getting drafted number 9. So somebody somewhere ranked him right. A little bit disappointing because he's a lot like a grinder type, and Velarde. There's got to be something about Velarde that the scouts see that we don't.
Well, Kevin Holland,
where 9 teams will pass on him.
apparently says he's a big man with a lot of character.
That one's going to be in the dirt to Buckner, 1-0.
And that is Rasmussen.
Well, I don't have much faith in Holland anymore as a Red Wings
No,
fan.
I don't think anyone does.
I'll hold my tone
to be honest.
about his comments. That's a swing and a miss there. 1-1 now on Buckner. Weird off-balance swing from him. It's going to be a ball 2-1. It's going to drive that one to deep left field to the track, to the wall, and making a leaping catch at the wall is Jabba Farrell.
Beautiful catch.
Robbing Nick Buckner of at least an extra base hit. Great play by Farrell.
Yeah, he definitely got up. Got that one.
So now Mike Metashevsky will step in with one out here in the bottom half of the 4th inning.
I mean, that was a big sound off of Buckner's bat there.
Yeah, it was a loud clap of the bat there as that ball was driven pretty deep, but I don't think it was getting out, Dan, as it looked like it was falling just short of the wall. But it's still a great jumping play at the wall from Jabba Farrell to make that catch. And first pitch to Metashevsky is a strike, 0-1. Comes the 0-1 pitch. Going to drive that one on a line to Smith out there at short. So 2 down now here in the bottom half of the 4th. Dan Kennan will step in. He struck out looking his last time up. And his team is down 1-0 here in the bottom half of the 4th inning with 2 outs. Looking to get something going. Pitch is going to be inside low, a ball, 1-0. Comes the 1-0 pitch. It's going to be fouled off in the netting. 1-1 now. The 1-1 pitch is going to be grounded foul. 1-2. 90-mile-an-hour fastball from Sean Kennedy. Dan Cannon just couldn't keep up with it. Comes the 1-2 pitch. It's going to ground that one fouled on the third base line. Blackstone was on the move, but it ran foul. Comes the 1-2 pitch. It's going to ground that one. It's going to stay fair this time, down by third base. Blackstone makes a quick throw to first. And Palmer doing the splits down there at first base makes the play.
Acrobatic play there.
So it's another 1-2-3 inning for Sean Kennedy, his second of the ball game. And we go to the top of the 5th inning with still a 1-0 lead in favor of the Mammoths. And when we come back, it's going to be Kent Blackstone to lead it off. Jabba Farrell following him, and R.J. Fuhr after that. And we'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to the top half of the fifth inning. Brian Fisher and Dan Dobler with you here in this matchup between the Beavers and the Mammoths. The Mammoths currently have a 1-0 lead after the Jeff Smith RBI single back in the first inning, as that one's belted to center field. Kent Blackstone just got on with a single. First pitch he saw from Sean Kennedy in this, Brian Bayless in this at-bat. Jabba Farrell will step in now. He flew out to the center fielder Clark his last time up. The man on and no outs. Jabba Farrell can, if he can push Kent Blackstone in scoring position, he put his team in a good opportunity to extend the lead here. Throw down a first. Brian Bayless has been doing a lot of that this game so far. He's been throwing down against R.J. Fuhr and Ian Yetzko a lot previous in the game, and now against Kent Blackstone. He's been being very, very careful with the runners at first. Very smart of him as he threatens to throw down again, but does not. It's going to be a ball low and inside, 1-0. Comes the 1-0 pitch. He's going to drive that one foul. 2-0 now. Or 1-1. Can't do math in my head, apparently.
It's summer, Brian.
It is, evidently.
Yes.
It's baseball. Of course it's summer.
Yeah.
He's going to throw down a first. Ooh, that was a close one as Brian Bayless almost picks off Kent Blackstone down there at first base.
Just getting underneath that tag.
Shows bunt there, but pulls it back. It's going to be a strike. Frustrated at himself because that was a perfect pitch to bunt on. 1-2. Jabba Farrell's batting stance. Stands basically straight up, resting his bat on his shoulder. It's going to swing at that one, and it's going to stay fair down the third base line. They're going to throw it on a second, get the lead runner. And throwing on a first will not be in time, but they do get the lead runner. So with one out, there will be a one-man on first base after Jabba Farrell hits into that fielder's choice. So now R.J. Fuhr will step in. He walked his last time up. He's got 4 walks in his last 2, and between these past 2 games against the Mammoths or the Beavers. Throw down a first again as Brian Bayless does not allow any breathing room for the runners down there at first base. Doesn't help that Jabba Farrell's got a strong lead down there. Another throw down. Another throw down at first. 3 in a row now.
Definitely keeping a close eye on these runners this evening.
I'm waiting for the jeers to start.
Yeah.
Normally fans aren't this tolerant of throws down to first. I can't blame Brian Bayless.
No.
There goes Jabba Farrell. And he's going to get in safely on a poor throw from Lucido that was in the dirt. So a stolen base for Jabba Farrell puts a runner at scoring position, 1 out, and a RBI opportunity for R.J. Fuhr. The 0-1 pitch is going to be inside, a ball 1-1. Quick meeting between Lucido and Bayless is over. Trying to get on the same page, I'd imagine. No action in either team's bullpen. Comes the 1-1 pitch. It's going to be down low for a ball, 2-1 now. It's a 1-0 ball game in favor of the Mammoths here in the top of the 5th inning.
Both teams have 3 hits.
The Mammoths the only team to be able to capitalize on any of their scoring opportunities with Jeff Smith's RBI double back in the 1st inning. It's been a low-scoring game, more or less a pitcher's duel so far. As there goes Jabba Farrell for 3rd, and he's going to get in there safely. So he's still 2nd, and now he's still 3rd. So R.J. Fuhr just has to hit into a sac fly now to bring Jabba Farrell home. Two-two pitch is going to be grounded over to the second baseman. Fuhr will not be able to come home on the play, and now we're going to have 2 down. Farrell, I apologize, cannot come home from 3rd on the play. So now it's going to be up to Ian Yetzko to come in and drive in Jabba Farrell.
He flew out to the right fielder, Nicholas Buckner, last time up.
He does have a base hit, however, Dan.
Yeah.
He had that infield base hit in the 1st inning. He eventually came around to be the scoring run. He hit that ball deep over to the shortstop position, and a sliding stop by Martinez just didn't give him enough time to throw down to 1st and get him. Yetzko swings and flies this one fairly deep over the right field, and on the warning track is Buckner, and it's going to be off the wall. He couldn't find it, and that's going to score 1 run as Ian Yetzko is going to come into second, although he's hobbling now. I wonder if he rolled an ankle.
That's got to really hurt there.
But he does, however, have an RBI double now as Shane McCaddy comes out.
More looking at the hamstring more than the ankle.
So a double off the wall from Ian Yetzko is going to allow a run to score as he is trying to walk off whatever ailment is nagging at him.
Looks like they're going to get a pinch runner for him. Oh, never mind. Almost looked like it.
We don't know yet. He still might come out. He's already halfway out. Doesn't make sense for him to send him halfway out unless he's truly okay. He's going to do a little jogging here, but he still looks like he has a slight limp out there.
Yeah.
Yep, Yesko's going to come out of the game. He's going to be pitch run for number 10.
Hagen Wilkie.
Hagen Wilkie.
Special thank you for our medical provider from Beaumont on this game. Now running for Ian Yesko, number 10, Hagen Wilkie. Now batting the right fielder, number 21, Alex Abbott.
So now Alex Abbott has a runner at second base with 2 outs and a now extended lead, 2-0. Swing and a miss there from Abbott. 0-1 pitch. Fooled him with the off-speed pitch there. 78 miles an hour. Comes the 0-1 pitch. It's going to be inside for a ball, and Lucido cannot find it, so that's going to allow Hagen Wilkie to advance to third base. So we're in a similar situation as last at-bat with a runner at third base and 2 out. Alex Abbott has a chance to drive in a run and extend the lead even further here in the top of the 5th inning. Comes the 1-1. He's going to drive that one over the head of the third baseman Maloney, and that's going to be an RBI base hit for Alex Abbott as he singles into left field. So Jeff Smith will step in now. He's already got himself an RBI back in the first inning, but flew out to right field his last time up. He's got a runner at first base with 2 outs, and now a 3-0 lead. 5 hits for the Mammoths and just 3 for the Beavers. First pitch is going to be a strike, 89-mile-an-hour fastball hitting the outside corner. Oh, 1 pitch swung on and missed. 0-2. Comes the 0-2. Ooh, swung on and missed, but they're going to have to throw it on to first to complete the out. They will. Nick Wilson, thank God he's got that long wingspan, able to make that catch. So that's going to be it for the top of the 5th. However, the Mammoths extend their lead to 3-0 after RBI singles from Hagen Wilkie and Ian Yetzko and Alex Abbott. We'll be back shortly with the bottom half of the 5th inning, where due up for the Beavers is going to be DJ Martinez, Robert Lucido, and Thomas Rulis. So we'll be back shortly. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to the bottom half of the fifth inning. We've played one half of a ball game with one half left, and DJ Martinez is going to step in to lead it off in the bottom half of the fifth for the Beavers. They currently trail 3-0 after the Mammoths tacked on 2 more runs in the top half of the inning. That came courtesy of Ian Yetzko's RBI double and Alex Abbott's RBI single. Swing and a miss there by DJ Martinez.
Big cut.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's going to be 0-1 on him now.
Martinez,
Misses.
yeah. Martinez hitting .214, has 12 hits and 7 RBIs.
That pitch is going to be inside, low, 1-1.
I feel like I interrupted you there.
Oh, you're fine. One pitch is going to be driven high in the air into foul territory. Palmer's going to run over there and try to make the play, and he's going to drop it over there in foul territory.
I think the sun had to do with it as well as it's sitting down.
Yeah, the lights have started to come on here too, so I wonder if he was staring right directly into the lights up there.
Definitely frustrated.
He definitely was, as he misplayed it out over there in foul territory. So it's going to go to 1-2 instead of being 1 out here in the bottom of the fifth. Martinez breathes a sigh of relief. The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed. Martinez goes down on strike, and the misplay foul ball will come to not hurt them as Martinez goes down on strikes.
And that's the second time.
Yes, it is. And speaking of going down on strikes, Robert Lucido has done that as well today, as he will come up for his second plate appearance of the ball game. Comes the first pitch to Lucido. He's going to drive that one to center field. High in the air. Farrell is going to be called off by Abbott, and Abbott will make the play out there in right center. So 2 up, 2 down here for Sean Kennedy in the fifth inning. Thomas Rulis will step in now. He grounded out to Jeff Smith his last time up. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth inning, and the Beavers trail it 3-0. Thomas Rulis hopes to get on base and get something going. First pitch to him is going to be a strike, 0-1.
He grounded out to Jeff Smith last time up.
Comes the 0-1 pitch. He's going to foul that one in the netting. 0-2 now. Comes the 0-2 pitch. It's going to be low. 1-2 now. Hamner wasn't able to corral it. No men on base, though, so nothing to worry about in this instance. One-two pitch. It's going to be in the dirt and ricochet off a couple players back there behind the plate. 2-2. Count is even.
Very weird play there, wasn't it?
It was. I couldn't really catch. I know it hit the dirt. I think it went off of Thomas Rulis after it hit the dirt. He's going to foul that one off down by the Woolly Mammoths dugout. So it'll remain 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss there, and Rules goes down on strikes. And it's been 7 consecutive outs for Sean Kennedy as he has
a great job.
Yeah, his second 1-2-3 inning in a row. So we go to the top of the 6th inning where it's still a 3-0 lead for the Mammoths, and due up for the Mammoths in that top half of the inning will be Riley Palmer, Kyle Hamner, and Tyler McVicker. So we'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to the top half of the 6th inning, where the Mammoths have a 3-0 lead. Palmer fouls off that pitch, so it's going to be 0-1.
The Beavers have action in their bullpen. It's the right-hander Cameron McKenzie.
We saw him last time the Mammoths and Beavers played each other, and he had himself a strong outing. He went 1 inning pitch with 1 hit and 2 strikeouts as he absolutely drills that one on the Auburn Road down there. 0-2 on him as he hit that one foul, though. I mean, that was hit on a line in Auburn Road. Luckily, no one's really driving down it right now with that fair going on. The 0-2 pitch outside, 1-2 now. 93-mile-an-hour fastball from Brian Bayless. One-two pitch is going to be outside again. 2-2. Count falls even.
Kids enjoying that wiffle ball field out there that we have here at Jimmy John's Field.
We need to get an interns game going down there, Dan.
I would love to. Hopefully we can at the end of the season.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. It's going to be high and away. 3-2 now. So after getting behind in the count, Riley Palmer does a fantastic job to fight back and show some patience at the plate. So the count is full now. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. It's going to be outside, so he's going to lose him after getting ahead of the count 0-2 against him. Riley Palmer walks, and Kyle Hamner will come up to bat with no outs here and 1 on. Last time up, Kyle Hamner struck out swinging and is 0 for 2 today. First pitch to Hamner is going to be a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch is going to be driven down the third base line, going to be stopped by Maloney, and they're going to turn a double play. So that walk will not come around to hurt thanks to the double play turned over from Maloney, Martinez, and Wilson. Maloney, Kennan, and Wilson.
It was a beautiful double play there.
So now with the bases clear, Tyler McVicker will step in. He's 0 for 2 today. Grounded out to Martinez's last time up. Pitch is going to be on the outside corner. Strike 0-1 on McVicker.
Vicker's only hitting 188, has 9 hits and 8 RBIs, but does have a homer.
That one's going to be hit right up the middle for a base hit. So McVicker's on for the first time today. And now 2 outs. There's a man on, and Kent Blackson's going to come up to the bat. He is 1 for 2 today. Had a base hit last time up in the 5th inning. So the first pitch to Blackstone is going to be outside for a ball, 1-0. Just barely missing the plate with that 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Shows bunt on that one. Beautiful bunt down the third base line, and he gets on safely. That was a textbook bunt there from Kent Blackstone. He gets his 2nd hit of the game.
Great spot.
And now he puts a runner in scoring position for Joba Farrell. Reached on a fielder's choices last time up. Proceeded to steal 2nd and 3rd as well. So Joba Farrell has a chance to add on to this lead and make it 4-0.
Yeah, was very active on the base paths last time.
Well, he reached on a fielder's choice, not how he wanted to get on, but he made sure he made use of his time on the base paths and ended up benefiting his team as he came around to score. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change here as Brian Bayless is out after 5 2/3 innings pitched. Gave up 5 hits. So far has given up 3 runs and three have earned. If Jabba Farrell can get out of the inning, it'll remain that way. He had himself 4 strikeouts. And 3 walks. Not a bad outing from Brian Bayless. He pitched honestly better than his stat line shows.
Yeah.
He threw a lot of strikes today, which I think is a very something you really want to pay attention to. And he only gave up 5 hits, only 1 hit per inning, so he did a good job, honestly.
And now Cameron McKenzie will take over for him. He has 9 innings pitched, does have a loss, has given up 6 hits, 8 strikeouts, has given up 2 earned runs. ERA is 2.00, and WHIP is 133.
Yeah, he is an excellent reliever in the pen for the Beavers, and like we mentioned, last time these two teams faced off, he went an inning and gave up no runs, no hits, no walks, and a strikeout, and he struck out 1. So he does a fantastic job in relief, and that's what they're hoping out of him today is that he can continue that as they're trying to get out of this little jam they got going on here with a runner at second base and 2 outs, trying to prevent this lead from getting any further out of hand as they currently trail 3-0.
Fans will get treated to a spectacular fireworks show after the ball game.
As is the tradition on every single Friday night here at USPBL. And I've mentioned this before, Dan, but they do a really good job with the fireworks display.
They do.
They do it every week, and you would think that they wouldn't really, put as much effort into it as they do, but it's actually really impressive, honestly.
It is. I mean, you can go down to Comerica Park and see the fireworks as well. I mean,
You'd be spending a lot more money, though.
yeah, so it's better to come close to home and see a spectacular fireworks show after a ball game.
So Jabba Farrell will step back in now. 2 men on and 2 out here in the top half of the 6th inning. First pitch is going to be grounded over to the shortstop Martinez. He's going to get the force at third.
Very high throw there.
Yeah, a bad throw from Martinez in that short, and it was a short throw too.
Lucky it's a force out because if it wasn't,
But Maloney was able to jump up and come down with it and tag the bag in time. And Cam McKenzie is going to get Brian Bayless out of the jam, so he will only have 3 earned runs on the ball game. The Mammoths threaten but don't score, and we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning where due up for the Beavers is going to be DeAndre Clark, Alex Maloney, and Nick Wilson. So we'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to the bottom half of the 6th inning. The Beavers currently trail 3-0 to the Mammoths. And leading off for the Beavers here will be DeNandre Clark. He's 1 for 2 today, hit for a base hit his last time up. First pitch to him is going to be a ball high, 1-0. Sean Kennedy back on the mound for his 6th inning of work.
And he's done a great job so far.
Yeah, he came in today with a 6.18 ERA, but he's shown nothing but good stuff today, as that one's going to be high, 2-0. He struck out 7 so far through 5 innings and only allowed 3 hits.
You know, the Mammoths are doing a lot better than they've done recently since last week, you know, only giving that 1 hit.
Another pitch misses high, 3-0. And yeah, Dan, they've performed today a lot better than they have recently, and it's a long season, so anything's possible. As the 3-0 pitch is going to be in the dirt, or in there for a strike, 3-1.
What were you looking at there, Brian?
I don't know. I don't know what I was looking at there. Comes the 3-1 pitch. Well, that one's in the dirt, and that'll be a walk for DeNandre Clark. He's on for the 2nd time today.
Man, you can really predict what's going to happen.
Yeah, apparently that's what I was doing. I was just predicting the future. So Alex Maloney will step in. Alex Maloney is 0 for 2 today. He hit into a fielder's choice his last time up in the 3rd inning. First pitch to him is going to be outside for a ball, 1-0. Pitch can be swung on and fouled in the netting behind home plate. 1-2, 1-1 now on Maloney. The 1-1 pitch is going to be down low for a ball, 2-1. Comes the 2-1. He's going to drive that one foul. 2-2 now. Count will fall even.
What a great crowd on hand here at Jimmy John's Field.
Yeah, Dan, there is a full house tonight.
It's OU night. It's fireworks night.
That pitch is going to be inside for a ball. Count's going to run full now, 3-2.
There's a lot going on here in downtown Utica this weekend as well.
Well, they were celebrating the 200-year anniversaries. That one's driven to center field. That's going to be caught on the run by Farrell, and it's going to be a long run for DeNandre Clark to return home, but the throw is nowhere close to first base, so Clark will return safely. Clark thought that was going to be a base hit, but Farrell ran a lot of ground for that one.
He did.
So now Nick Wilson will come up. He struck out swinging twice today after homering in twice in the last time these two teams faced.
He's unfortunately, I picked him as my player of the game today. It's not looking too good.
Well, not like my guy's doing too much better. He struck out twice as well, but has walked, and that's a 1-0 now as that pitch is outside on Nick Wilson. Steve's picked Tyler McVicker as a hit today, so hey, guess he's technically leading out of the 3 of us.
He always wins, doesn't he?
Don't feed his ego. And that one's going to be thrown down to first.
One day we'll... I mean, me and you just got to team up and just take him down.
My guy did good last time. The 1-0 pitch is going to be, he's going to foul that one off his foot, and he's going to limp that one off. A A 1-1 pitch or 1-1 count now on Nick Wilson with 1 out and a man on first. Yeah, last night, Dan, in that rain-shortened game, my guy John Macon hit a 2-run home run, so I wasn't doing too bad.
I see. Too bad it ended short. So we're not going to count that, are we?
Oh, of course we're not going to count on the rain-shortened game. 1-1 pitch is going to be driven to center field. Farrell on the run, makes the catch shy of the warning track, so that's going to be 2 gone now. DeAndre Clark will retreat back to first again.
Definitely had a loud sound to his bat there, but it ended up short. Very short.
Yeah, no wind today to help that one along. As Nick Buckner will step in now for his 3rd at-bat of the ball game. He's 1 for 2. Flew out to Clark his last time up, however, back in the 4th inning. Pitch is going to be inside for a ball, 1-0. Pitch is going to be hit the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. Throw down to first, but Clark will get back in time. One pitch will be down low for a ball. 2-1 now on Buckner. He's going to drive that one high in the air. Straight up. Blackstone over to try and make the play in foul territory. Will not make the catch.
Definitely had to turn his back on that one. Very hard play.
That's the second time in these past 2 innings where they haven't been able to make a play in foul territory. Luckily, D.G. Martinez struck out last time that happened, so there was no harm done. But you got to capitalize on those opportunities to get players out, or else it'll eventually bite you in the butt. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. 3-0 lead for the Westside Woolly Mammoths over top of the Beavers. Comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss there, and Buckner goes down on strikes. And that's going to be it for the inning. And we've played 6 innings here with the Westside Woolly Mammoths leading 3-0. And when we come back, it's going to be the top of the 7th. R.J. Fuhr will lead it off. Following him will be Hagen Wilkie and Alex Abbott. So we'll be back shortly. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to the top half of the 7th inning. R.J. Fuhr set to lead it off. Fuhr has moved over to second base after Ian Yetzko left on an injury. He is 0 for 2 today. He has walked, but last time up he grounded up to Dan Kennan over there at second. First pitch to him is a ball, 1-0. Cam McKenzie out for his second inning of work. Well, first full inning of work. He got the final out in the last inning. That's going to be a strike, 1-1.
Yeah, once again, McKenzie out there. Going to read through his numbers. I want to once again. Does have a loss, has 6 hits, has 8 strikeouts, 2 earned runs. Of course, ERA is 200 and whip is 133, so he looks to improve.
And Brian Bayless started the ball game, and honestly, he pitched better than his stat line shows. He threw a lot of strikes today. Just gave up a few too many base hits and got tagged with 3 earned runs. But other than that, he only gave up 5 hits in his 5 2/3 innings. 3 earned runs, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. So not a bad outing from him. He would have preferred to go get that last out and qualify for the quality start. But it is what it is. He's still lined up to get the win, though, as that pitch is way outside. It's 2-2 now on R.J. Fuhr.
Of course, they played that
Just
Major League hit, that movie, just a bit outside. That was way outside, actually.
Yeah.
That hill was very packed out there and right.
I'm just watching the sunset because it is
It's
absolutely
beautiful.
gorgeous. It has really cleared up as that one's fouled off. It was partly cloudy earlier today, but now the clouds have mostly dispersed, and the sunset is absolutely gorgeous. It's like an orangish red all around the horizon.
It's just beautiful.
And if you look over in the distance behind the ferry, you got these really like puffy like nimbus clouds. It's just
you just gotta love summer evening skies when it's not, of course, dark.
Dan, I love you. That one's going to be outside. It's going to run full now, 3-2. So a 3-2 count here in the top half of the 7th inning. There are no outs still. And a 3-0 lead for the Westside Woolly Mammoths over top of the Beavers.
I believe it's going to be another beautiful evening tomorrow night as well.
And that one's going to be driven into center field. Well, actually, it's going to barely make it out of the infield, and Martinez is going to make it just on the edge of the outfield grass. And so after going to a 3-2 count, Cam McKenzie wins the battle. So now Hagen Wilkie will step in for his first at-bat of the ball game. He replaced Ian Yetzko after Yetzko left injured in the 5th inning. Ian Yetzko went 2 for 3 today with an infield base hit and an RBI double. Had himself a good game, but unfortunately, looks like he hurt his hamstring running to second base.
Yeah, let's hope he's okay and comes back soon. And very quick, actually. Shouldn't say soon.
First pitch to Wilkie will be a strike because he swings and misses at that one. 0-1.
You would think maybe it'll rest him tomorrow. Yetzko.
You're right. I'd imagine, especially if after leaving the game today, they would want him to give him at least tomorrow off, as that's going to be in for a strike, 0-2. So you can expect to see Hagen Wilkie in tomorrow and R.J. Fuhr. If I can make a prediction, at least.
I mean, you're really good at, it.
No, I'm really bad at predictions because usually the opposite of what it
yeah,
says happens.
That is true.
I'm the master of jinxing, remember?
Yeah.
Comes the 0-2 pitch. Ooh, that's going to hit the outside edge, and Hagen Wilkie's going to strike out looking.
And he didn't like it.
Well, that looked like it was a strike to me.
Yeah.
It was on the outside edge. Alex Abbott will step in now. He's 1 for 2 today. He has a walk and an RBI single. In case you're just tuning in, the Mammoths currently lead at 3-0 in the top of the 7th inning. They took the lead in the 1st inning thanks to an RBI double from Jeff Smith and extended that in the 5th inning with an RBI double from Ian Yetzko and an RBI single from Alex Abbott, making it 3-0. Alex Abbott, who got the RBI to make it the 3-0, is stepping in now for his 4th plate appearance of the ball game. First pitch to him is going to be just outside, 1-0. Comes the 1-0 pitch. It's going to be just inside. 2-0 now. So the kick and the pitch. It's going to foul that one in the netting right behind home plate. 2-1. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. It's going to drive that one to right field, and that's going to get down for a base hit, maybe more as it bounces off the wall. And Alex Abbott's going to round and try to get to second base. He's going to get in there safely as the throw was not on target. So it's going to be a double for Alex Abbott, and he's got himself a multi-hit game. So now with one, now with 2 outs, Jeff Smith has an opportunity to get a second RBI of the ball game with Alex Abbott at second base.
Very great contact there by Abbott, getting over there to right field in the gap, kind of.
They're going to take the ball from Cam McKenzie. His day appears to be done.
Yep.
They give him pats on the back. A well-deserved as he goes a 1-inning pitched. Gives up just 1 hit. So far, no runs against him, but whoever the relief pitcher coming in now is going to inherit the runner at second base.
And looks like Brian Heldman will take the mound for the Beavers. He's from San Diego, California. And we've seen him many of times already. He has 7 innings pitch. Does have a win and a loss. Has given up 10 hits, 9 strikeouts, 10 runs, which were earned. Has an 11.74 ERA and 1.83 WHIP.
So this is a good opportunity for him to try and rebound here. Show that he can be used in pressure situations such as this one with Abbott out there at second base and 2 outs. Speaking of San Diego,
Tigers there, aren't they?
Tigers are there.
Let's hopefully they can win some ball games here because this is just disgusting watching them.
Yeah, it's not been a pleasant last couple weeks for the Tigers.
They just released Francisco Rodriguez.
Much overdue, if you ask me. Although it's been a revolving door because now they call it Bruce Rondon, who's been hot garbage this season as well. You used to be able to rely on him for his velocity, Dan, but it's just gone, and he never had control.
My father, like last night, he's like, "You're not watching this Tigers game?" And I'm like, "No, Dad. I'll watch them when they start getting over 500."
There's 6 games below that right now, so last in the division. The Francisco Rodriguez move was way overdue. At this point, a lot of the damage he's done is irreversible. There were so many games early in the season we would have won if we hadn't gone to him for closer.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people are saying maybe Awesomeness might be on his way out soon, too.
We've been saying that for years, though. So Jeff Smith will step in now to face Brian Heldman. Brian Heldman taking over it for Cam McKenzie here in the top of the 7th inning. Swing and a miss there from Smith on the 84-mile-an-hour pitch. 0-1 on him now.
San Diego, California. I think Steve said that was one of his favorite places.
I am not entirely sure.
to ask him that. When
That one's going to be
back.
grounded over to the third baseman. And Marloni's going to throw it on to Nick Wilson, and they're going to get him out. And good job by Brian Heldman coming in and get that final out. So Cam McKenzie will go 1 full inning with 1 hit, no earned runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout. So good outing from him. And it is 7th inning stretch time here at Jimmy John's Field, and it's a 3-0 lead for the Mammoths. And when we come back, Metashevsky, Kennan, and Martinez will lead it off. Please stay tuned.
Oh, jeez.
Welcome back, everyone, to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Brian Fisher and Dan Dolber with you here in this ball game between the Beavers and the Mammoths. And leading off for the Beavers is Mike Metashevsky. He is 1 for 2 today. First pitch to him's a strike. And Dan, we just learned something quite interesting during the break.
Yes, we did.
And here comes the 0-1 pitch. That one's going to be driven into center field for a base hit. Metashevsky's got himself a multi-hit game here. We're pausing for dramatic purposes here.
Yes.
Sunday is going to be Power Rangers night here at Jimmy John's Field. And now that was a blast from the past.
Yes, it was.
I used to watch the heck out of Power Rangers.
Me too. It's still on, too.
Dan, there were so many memorable Power Rangers. Did you have a favorite season, like favorite type of Power Ranger?
I can't think of it.
That's a ball high on Dan Kennan in his
The
third
name of
at
the
bat,
blue
0-2.
one. The name of the blue one.
Name of the blue one? Are you talking about the blue Power Ranger, or I was talking about like series?
Power Ranger.
Well, there's a lot of blue Power Rangers, man. You got to give me more to work with.
Oh, crap.
That's a ball 2-0.
Let me get back to you.
All right, my favorite season was Dino Thunder, man. I was
Okay.
all about that. There's even a PlayStation 2 video game that came out, and I played that. Something about being able to transform into like a big dinosaur is awesome. Meanwhile, that's hit for a base hit. That's going to get past Jabba Farrell out there at center field. And they're going to stop Mike Metashevsky out there at third base, and that's going to be a double for Dan Kennan. So Dan Kennan's on with a double, and here in the bottom half of the 7th inning, the Beavers have something going here with no outs. Sean Kennedy is still out there. He's gone 6 innings so far. Hamner's going to come out to the mound and talk with Sean Kennedy. Shane McCaddy's going to come out now, and this may be it for Sean Kennedy here in this ball game. And it looks like they're just going to talk and try and extend the warm-up session for the bullpen arm. Dan, are you still?
I'm still looking. I gotta remember these seasons. It's been a while since I watched them, but yes, it's been a legacy.
There's really not anyone really warming up in the Westside Woolly Mammoths bullpen right now. There's a couple guys standing there stretching, but nothing serious. Meanwhile, Shane McCaddy's going to return to the dugout. Number 13 is warming up in the bullpen for the Westside Woolly Mammoths. That's going to be Travis McQueen.
I still enjoyed the first season.
Oh, the good old Mighty Morphin
Yes.
Power Rangers. That one's going to be flied into right field. Alex Abbott's going to make the catch. They're going to try and score the run from third. He's going to retreat back. So a shallow hit by DJ Martinez is not going to score the run. So there's going to be one out now with runners at second and third for the Beavers. So now Robert Lucido will step in. He's 0-2 for today. Flew out to Abbott his last time up in right field. He's got a chance to bring this game a little bit closer here with runners at second and third. He is the tying run at home plate if he were to hit a home run here. First pitch to him is going to be a ball low, 1-0. Yeah, Dan, there were a lot of memorable seasons. I remember there was like a Space Patrol one. Like that was the season before the Dino Thunder. There was like Jungle Fury. They used to have a movie for that one.
Apparently, they have Mighty Morphin season back out now. I think
It's
they're
2-0.
doing a remake of it or something.
I'm
like
not
that.
surprised. I mean, after a while, you start rehashing the ideas. Because I remember a couple of the seasons seem to be very similar. Comes the 2-0 pitch. He's going to swing on that one and drive it foul. 2-1.
What was yours again?
Oh, Dino Thunder. All the way.
Down with
And the
Thunder?
best thing about it is Johnny Young Bosch, the actor. I remember the actor for the one guy. He was the Red Power Ranger in Mighty Morphins in the first season, and he came back as the Black Power Ranger
Which is very
in Dino Thunder. And it was sick.
sick. Yeah.
At least back then I thought it was. And watching it now, you realize how corny it is. Fouls that one off, so the count's going to fall even at 2 apiece.
What about Super Mega Force?
Which one was that? That one doesn't. I don't remember that one. I remember there was the Time Force one where they went back and forth in time. I thought that one was really cool. I'm just like digging through my nostalgia here, talking about Power Rangers. Now I'm gonna really pump for Sunday. The 2-2 pitch is gonna be driven into right field, but it's gonna hook foul.
I have like still my action figures for them, like the figurine for them.
Dan, I can imagine you going home at night.
No.
No, I gave away all my Power Ranger stuff long ago, including that video game I had, which I kind of honestly a little bit regret. I was bad at video games when I was young. I couldn't figure out if that one's gonna hit Robert Lucido. I can get away from Hamner. That's gonna allow a run to score. Must have hit the dirt before hitting Lucido, but that's gonna allow a run to score. Make it 3-1 now. And Dan Kennan will advance to third base. So it's a 3-1 ball game here in the bottom half of the 7th inning with 1 out. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out on Robert Lucido. He's got a runner at third base, and he's going to try and bring him home. Sean Kennedy has done very well up until this point. He's going to drive that one to left field, and that's going to be a base hit and score a run. It's going to get all the way to the wall, but Wilkie will cut it off there. So it's going to be an RBI base hit for Robert Lucido.
And you would think that would be it for Kennedy.
I believe so too, as Shane McCaddy is going to come back out. Probably going to bring Travis McQueen in. We saw him warming up.
My nickname for him, Lightning McQueen. Well, of course, the movie Cars. But
Cars 3 recently premiering.
have you seen the new one yet?
I haven't even seen the second one.
I only seen the first one,
Yeah.
like you.
I mean, I was in like 6th grade when the first
You
one
know what?
came
I
out.
actually think I did see the second one. That's with they have Jeff Gordon in it, and like
They do.
yeah, like the
Wait,
NASCAR driver.
he's got to be a car, right?
Yeah, of
I was
course.
going to say, I mean, the movie's called Cars.
And it's like, I don't know. It was weird. That was a weird one, but I really love watching the first one over again, especially when my cousins. But I don't know.
So I'm going to cut you off here. Sorry,
okay.
Dan.
No, you're fine.
Sean Kennedy's going to go 6 1/3 innings pitched. He gives up 6 hits.
5 or 6? Which one is it?
6. It's 6.
Okay.
And he gives up so far 2 runs, both of them earned. He had walked just 1 batter in today's ball game,
Very impressive.
and he struck out.
I got 8.
Oh, me too.
Ooh.
Yeah, he walked, so he only gave up 6 hits, walked 1, and struck out 8. And if Travis McQueen can, that's not McQueen on the mound.
Yes.
That is Travis McQueen on the mound. I'm losing my mind here. And if McQueen can get him out of this inning, then he'll only have 2 earned runs. He'll have himself quite a good start here in today's ball game. Set him up nicely for the win if McQueen can get out of this inning. There's still only 1 out and a runner at first base. It's a 3-2 ball game after Mike Metashevsky scored on a wild pitch and Dan Kennan was brought home thanks to the RBI single from Robert Lucido. So Thomas Rulis is going to step in now. He's 0 for 2 today. He struck out his last time up. First pitch to him is going to be a strike on the outside edge. 0-1 now. Here's the 0-1 pitch. He's going to foul that one in the netting. 0-2 now.
Man, these guys are beautiful this evening, Brian.
Yeah, they almost look like the clouds almost look like they're on fire with the sun setting. They're putting a red tinge across them all. 0-2 pitch is going to be inside. 1-2 now.
And what a perfect night for fireworks after the ball game.
The weather really showed up today, or didn't show up, I guess, today. It's been beautiful all evening long. Comes the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss there, and Thomas Rulis goes down on strikes.
That's the second time in this ball game.
So now DeAndre Clark will step in. He's got 1 for 2 today. He has a hit and a walk. Walked most recently, though, back in the 6th inning. There's 2 outs and a man on first, and it's a 3-2 ball game. He is the go-ahead run at home plate.
Clark is just hitting outstanding this season to start.
Batting .386 so far. Swing and a miss. Off-balance swing there from DeAndre Clark. Couldn't catch up with that 90-mile-an-hour fastball, and it's 0-1 on him. A 1 pitch is going to be hit inside for a ball. 1-1. One pitch is going to be skied foul. 1-2 now. The 1-2 pitch, high and away, not even close to the strike zone. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here with a man on first and a 3-2 ball game in favor of the Mammoths. The Beavers, however, have gotten 2 back this inning and make it a close ball game. Metashevsky scored on a wild pitch. That one's going to be hit back up the middle, and that's going to allow the runners to advance. Base hit from DeAndre Clark. He's got himself a multi-hit game now. Going to put a runner in scoring position, and that's going to be the tying run at second base and Robert Lucido. So Alex Maloney will step in with 2 outs and runners at first and second and a chance to tie this ball game in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Alex Maloney is 0 for 3 today. He hit into a fielder's choice in the third, but most recently flew out to Farrell in center. First pitch to him is going to be a ball high and inside, 1-0. One's going to be hit foul and out of play, 1-1 now. One pitch is going to be hit up the middle. Going to be fielded by Smith. He's going to throw down a first and get him an acrobatic play by Palmer as he does the splits.
Beautiful play.
And it's going to remain a 3-2 ball game as Travis McQueen gets him out of this inning, and it's going to be a 3-2 lead for the Mammoths going to the top half of the 8th inning, where leading off for them will be Raleigh Palmer, following him Kyle Hamner and Tyler McVicker. So we'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to the top half of the 8th inning. Brian Fisher and Dan Dilber with you here. So currently a 3-2 lead for the Westside Woolly Mammoths over top of the Beavers. And Riley Palmer is going to lead it off here. First pitch from Heldman is going to be a ball, 1-0.
Not much from Palmer this evening. Struck out twice and was only on base because of a walk.
Yeah, he's going to be looking to do something here, try and get his team back on the scoreboard. Sounds going to be a ball inside. They had a 3-0 lead going into the last half inning. Jeff Smith, Alex Abbott, and Ian Yetzko having the RBIs. But then the Beavers retaliated last half inning thanks to an RBI from Robert Lucido and Metashevsky scoring on a wild pitch. That one's going to be driven to right field. That's deep. That's going to the wall. And that's going to be a home run.
I think he hit the stage out there,
for
Brian.
Riley Palmer. I believe so, too. So Riley Palmer doing some damage here in the top of the 8th inning, hitting a solo shot and extending the team's lead to 4-2.
Definitely hit off the railing there and came back.
He must have heard me, Dan, as I was talking about them getting back on the scoreboard. And Dan,
What?
that's who I picked for player of the game.
You're still losing, though. I think.
Two nights in a row where the guy I picked had a home run.
There's a trend there.
Maybe I have a magic touch.
Maybe.
Anyway, solo shot from Riley Palmer is going to make it a 4-2 lead in favor of the Westside Woolly Mammoths. That one's going to be grounded foul down the third base line. So it's going to be 0-1 on Kyle Hamner. Yeah, Dan, he hit that into the stage over in right field. He's going to ground that one, chop it foul, 0-2. That's the first home run of the ball game as well for either team. That one's going to be inside for a ball, 1-2 now on Hamner.
And that was, I believe, Palmer's third home run of the season. Just a beautiful hit there.
That one's going to be fared on the third base line. It's going to get past Maloney, so that's going to be at least one base, maybe two, as he's rounding first for second. And he's going to get in there safely, standing up. So it's going to be a double for Kyle Hamner down the third base line. So now McVicker will stand in with a runner at scoring position and no outs here in the top half of the eighth inning. And McVicker will stand in. He looks at his first pitch. He's going to ground that one, and it'll be through in the left side. Base hit for Tyler McVicker. And that'll put runners at the corners with no outs now for Kent Blackstone.
Boy, Mammoths are definitely getting to Heldman this evening.
And Tyler McVicker has a multi-hit game. Yeah, Heldman came in the last inning to get the final out. Did so successfully, but has unfortunately given up a home run and a double and a base hit. So 3 straight hits for this inning. And it looks like there might be a change here. Just a meeting at the mound as they allow the relief pitcher in the bullpen to warm up more. We're going to have a pitching change after all. So Brian Heldman's day is done. Just goes 1/3 of an inning. Gives up 3 hits. One run, but could possibly have up to 3 earned if these inherited runners come around to score. No walks and no strikeouts. So not the performance they needed following Cam McKenzie's solid inning of work. So Jake Welch will step in.
We've seen him quite a few times already this season.
Yeah, I've seen him pitch 9 innings in relief. He has exactly a 4 ERA in his 9 innings of work with 11 hits and 12 strikeouts. So he's had good relief appearances. He's had bad relief appearances. Let's hope this is
a good one.
A good one, as he's going to have to work his teammates out of a jam here with runners at the corners and no outs. And here's the advertisement again for the Power Rangers game on Sunday.
Oh, we're going to have Zombie Night soon as well at the ballpark. That's interesting. We have a lot of promotions each and every single ball game here at Jimmy John's Field.
Yeah, we like tonight's Oakland University night. Every Saturday is WCSX Classic Rock
and
night.
Tomorrow night is AC/DC. That's a good one, isn't it?
AC/DC is definitely one of the most recognized band names in all time.
My favorite song from them is Thunderstruck.
Hell's Bells is up there too.
Yeah. Of course, that's always put at hockey games when it gets deep in the game, or any sport that is.
Yeah. I mean, you have a universally well-renowned song. Of course they're going to use it. So runners at the corners here with no outs. Kent Blackstone is in. First pitch to him is going to be inside. He's going to get away from Lucido and allow the runner at first to advance to second. That would be McVicker. So now we have runners at second and third with no outs. As the first pitch from Jake Welch is going to be a wild one.
Very wild indeed.
So it's a 1-0 on Kent Blackstone with runners at second and third, no outs. It's a chance to really blow this one open for his team. That one's going to be inside for a ball, 2-0. Comes the 2-0. He's going to drive that one. Fouled on the first base line. Got a lot of that one. He just swung a little early. Trying to keep up with a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Was probably expecting something slower. So 2-1 on him now. Two-one pitches outside. Count's going to run to 3-1 on Kent Blackstone. Still no outs here in the top of the eighth inning. A 4-2 lead after Riley Palmer's solo shot to start the inning. Comes the 3-1. It's going to be outside. He's going to walk him. So now the bases are going to be loaded with no outs. And Jabba Farrell will step in. He is 0 for 3 today. He's reached twice on a stolen base. Or I'm sorry, fielder's choice. He's stolen base twice, though. Kennan's going to come in and try and calm him down. It's going to be up to Jabba Farrell now to extend the lead and really blow this one open for the Westside Woolly Mammoths as they currently lead 4-2 with no outs in the top of the eighth inning. Comes the first pitch to Farrell. He's going to swing and foul that one off into the netting down the right side. 0-1 on him now. We got bases loaded here with no outs. Riley Palmer led off the inning with a solo shot home run onto the concert stage in right field.
Luckily, there was no band out there this evening.
That's tomorrow, luckily, and that one's going to be a ball low and away, 1-1. Comes the pitch and the delivery. 2-1 on him now. Two-one pitch is going to be driven into center field. Clark is on the run, and he's going to make a catch on the run, but they're going to tag up from third and score. So it's going to extend the lead to 5-2, but great running grab by Clark. He had to sprint full speed to get that one, and he really prevented more damage. And R.J. Fuhr will step in now. He is 0 for 3 today. He has a walk, though, back in the third, but most recently popped out to the shortstop Martinez back in the 7th inning. So a sac fly RBI for Jabba Farrell. R.J. Fuhr has runners at the corners now with 1 out. Chance to get a second RBI of the season here. And Tyler McVicker will get in a second safely after Lucido drops the ball trying to throw him out a second.
There was Blackstone, by the way.
Thank you, Dan. The 0-1 pitch is low, 1-1 now on Fuhr. So now we have runners at second and third with one out. 1-1 count on Fuhr. 5-2 ball game. The Westside William Mammoths have reestablished their 3-run lead. That one's going to be grounded up the middle. Welch tries to barehand it, but can't. The throw down to first is going to be in time.
Wow.
And Blackstone's going to retreat back to second. So now 2 outs. So Hagen Wilkie will step in for his second at bat here of the ball game. He replaced Ian Yetzko in the 5th inning after he doubled. That'll be a 1-6-3 putout for RJ Fuhr, or I'm sorry, for the Beavers out there because Jake Welch did go off his hand.
Yeah. As a pitcher, you just want to try to get out of the way.
Speaking of getting out of the way there, Hagen Wilkie had to spin to dodge that one. It's 1-0 on him now.
Never want to barehand it, especially with your pitching hand.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, that takes quite a lot of guts to try and barehand a ball like that, especially when it comes right back at you. 1-0 pitch is high, 2-0 now. Two-0 pitch is going to be driven over the head of the shortstop. That's going to be a base hit. And they're going to score 1 run, and they're going to try and score 2. They will do so successfully. So that's going to make it a 7-2 lead, and the Westside William Mammoths have blown this one open. So a 2 RBI single from Hagen Wilkie makes it 7-2. And Alex Abbott will step in with 2 outs here and a man on in the top of the 7th inning. Alex Abbott so far today, Dan, is 2 for 3. He's got a double, a base hit with an RBI, and a walk. Swing and a miss there. The first offer, 90-mile-an-hour fastball.
This is definitely a different Beavers team we have seen when they go up against the Mammoths.
Last time these two teams faced off, the Beavers won 10-1, but the tables have turned today as the Mammoths have turned their offense on, as that one's going to miss way outside, 1-0, or 1-1. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. It's going to be low and away, 2-1. Two-one pitch is going to be grounded foul on the first base line. Count will fall even at 2 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first, and a 7-2 lead for the Mammoths. The Beavers made it 3-2 at the bottom of the 7th inning, pulling it within one run, but the Mammoths have scored 4 here in the top of the 8th to really take command of this ball game. Comes the 2-2 pitch. It's going to drive that one foul into the stands, so it'll remain 2 apiece. Comes the 2-2. It's going to be driven high in the air in a foul territory, and Maloney over there at third base is going to make the catch, and that'll be it for this inning. But the Mammoths score 4 more, and we'll go to the bottom half of the 8th inning with the Mammoths leading it 7-2. When we come back, leading off will be Nick Wilson. Following him will be Nick Buckner and Mike Metashevsky. So we'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned.
Leader in the USPBL in 2016 and was named Most Valuable Player. He attended Georgia State University as one of the top home run hitters.
Welcome back, everyone, to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Nick Wilson up the bat here in this game between the Beavers and the Mammoths. And it is a 7-2 lead for the Mammoths as they put up a 4 spot in the top of the inning. Home run from Riley Palmer, then RBIs from Joba Farrell, and Hagen Wilkie. I'm never going to get that right. Have put them way ahead here. Nick Wilson is 0 for 1 now, and he is so far 0 for 3 today as he grounds that one over the third baseman. Quick throw down to first, and they're just going to tag him out before he reaches the base. And he's now 0 for 4 as he grounded out over to Blackstone.
Now batting the right fielder, number 3, Nick Buckner.
Nick Buckner to stand in now. He is 1 for 3 as himself. He had a base hit back in the second inning, but most recently struck out swinging. Comes the first pitch to Buckner. It's going to be a strike, 0-1 on him. Oh, 1 pitch is going to be grounded foul, 0-2. Travis McQueen out there for his second inning of work. He came in relief of Sean Kennedy and managed to get out of the inning. Sean Kennedy today only gave up 2 earned runs in 6 1/3 innings pitched with 8 strikeouts. Did a phenomenal job today. Had the kind of start he's going to need to turn a season around. And let's hope he can keep this one rolling and in future starts performs just as well as he did today. As the 1-2 pitch is going to be grounded over to Blackstone at third. Throw it down to Palmer, and you get him by half a step, and that'll be 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning. So now Mike Metashevsky will come in. He's 2 for 3 today. Last Sunday was his first game here at the USPBL. Came around to score after hitting for a base hit in the 7th inning. One of only 2 guys who crossed the plate for the Beavers. It's going to be a strike, 0-1 on Metashevsky. Swing and a miss on that one. He tried to hold up but couldn't. 0-2 now.
great seeing the Ferris wheel and everything at the fair light up.
Yeah, you know what? I just now noticed that all that stuff down there is glowing bright neon, and it looks really nice.
Yes.
0-2 pitch swung on and missed. And it's gonna be a 1-2-3 inning for Travis McQueen. Has himself quite an inning here, and we go to the top of the 9th inning, where due up for the Mammoths is going to be Jeff Smith. Following him, Riley Palmer and Kyle Hamner. It's currently a 7-2 lead in favor of the Mammoths. So we'll be back shortly with more. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to the top half of the 9th inning, where Jeff Smith is set to lead it off. It's currently a 7-2 lead in favor of the Westside Woolly Mammoths. Brian Fisher and Dan Dilber with you here. Jeff Smith is 1 for 4 today, an RBI double back in the first inning. That first pitch to him's outside, 1-0. Comes the 1-0 pitch. Half-hearted swing from him there. It's going to be a strike, 1-1, and tried to hold up, but either way it's a strike. Jeff Smith starting off the scoring all the way back in the first inning. He's going to swing and miss at that one, an off-balance swing. So that one's in the dirt, 1-2. Looked like he was expecting a fastball. Instead got an off-speed pitch. Jake Welch back out there. Got the final 2 outs of the last inning.
But then has given up some runs as well.
Only one of which is earned.
Yeah.
He inherited 2 from Brian Heldman. He's going to half-heartedly swing that one, try to check, but ended up making contact. Ground it over to Kennan. Throw it on to Wilson. He's going to get him. So now Riley Palmer will step in, and last time up, he hit a solo shot home run onto the concert stage in right field. He is 1 for 3 today. He also has a walk. Struck out twice. It's my pick for player of the game. So far, Steve's pick is 2 for 4. 2 base hits, and Dan, your pick is 0 for 4.
I know. Don't even say it.
Another check swing over to Dan Kennan. Another throw down to Nick Wilson, and another out. History repeats itself there.
Sure does.
So Kyle Hamner will step in now. 1 for 4 today. He had a double and came on a score last inning. Quick 2 up, 2 down here for Jake Welch. It'll be last call for the Beavers in the bottom half of this inning, as that one's going to miss inside, 1-0. Wonder who's going to come in and try to finish this game off for the Mammoths.
I bet you it's probably Corey Kimber.
That seems reasonable. He throws really hard. Check swing on that one's going to be called a strike, 1-1. Well, one pitch is going to be just inside, 2-1. It's going to miss low and away, 3-1 now on Kyle Hamner. Kyle Hamner hit that double last time up on that failed dive. Meanwhile, he grounds that one over to Maloney. Third on a first, going to be a 1-2-3 top of the ninth for Jake Welch. And we go to the bottom of the ninth, last call for the Birmingham-Bloomfield Beavers. And they have to overcome a 5-run deficit if they want to stay alive in this baseball game. So when we come back, leading off for the Beavers is going to be Dan Kennan, DJ Martinez, and Robert Lucido. So we'll be back shortly with the bottom of the ninth. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. Last call for the Beavers. Brian Fisher and Dan Dobler with you here to make those final calls. And Travis McQueen's day is done as Gavin Collins will step on the mound. Travis McQueen has a great relief appearance. And he's gone 1 2/3 innings pitched with 1 hit and 2 strikeouts and no earned runs and no walks. So fantastic outing for McQueen here to keep this game alive and well for the Westside Woolly Mammoths. They currently lead at 7-2 here in the top of the ninth inning, or bottom of the ninth inning, correction. So now Dan Kennan will step in to lead it off. He's 1 for 3 today. He had a double last in the 7th inning, last at bat.
Very shocked to see Collins in here. Usually, I thought we were going to see the hard-throwing Corey Kimber.
Well, it's not a closing situation with a 5-run lead, so it's not necessarily necessary. Sounds funny, necessarily necessary. Swing and a miss there. Big rip from Dan Kennan as he whiffs on a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. 0-1 on him. Comes the 0-1 pitch. He's going to ground that one. It's going to be a short chopper down the shortstop, and they're just going to get him by a half a step, and Dan Kennan doesn't agree with that. He thought he beat out the throw. Palmer continuously showing off that athletic ability with those splits, man. I hurt every time I see him do that.
Same.
DJ Martinez will step in now with 1 down here in the bottom of the ninth. His team trailing by 5 runs. He's 0 for 3 today. He struck out twice and most recently flew out to right fielder Alex Abbott. That was back in the 7th inning. First pitch to him is going to be a ball low and away, 1-0. Pitch is going to be driven to center field. Farrell on the move, coasts over to make the play, and that's going to be 2 up, 2 down quickly here in the bottom of the 9th. And quickly, the Beavers are down to their final out here, and Robert Lucido will be called upon to try and keep this one alive. He's 1 for 3 today. He had a base hit with an RBI back in the 7th inning. One of the only RBI for the Beavers today, as the other run scored on a wild pitch. Here comes the first pitch to him. It's going to be high for a ball, 1-0. Swing and a miss there. Big rip by Lucido, but he couldn't catch up with the 91-mile fastball high in the zone. That was at the letters, if there were letters on the names of these jerseys.
Yeah. But I like the old jerseys like they're wearing, every team wears, without the names on the back.
1-1 pitch. Another big rip there at a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. And you know what, Dan? It's almost better off that he swung and missed at that first offering there, because if he would have made contact, all he would have done was pop it up.
Yeah.
So he basically let himself live another day. Meanwhile, Lucido and the Beavers are down to their last strike here. It's 1-2 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. It's going to be inside for, he's going to called out looking, and that's going to be a strikeout at the end of the ball game, and Robert Lucido does not agree with that one. But Gavin Collins goes 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 9th inning to end the ball game. The Mammoths win this one 7-2. And Sean Kennedy will get the win.
The win goes to Sean Kennedy, while the loss goes to Brian Bailey.
And the loss will go to Brian Bayless. And Dan, today's game did not turn out how we expected it.
No.
Going into today's ball game, we were expecting it to be a slugfest. As it's been like that the last couple of games, it's been a blowout one way or another. Ended up being 7-2. It wasn't necessarily a close game, but at the same time, it ended up being a lot better pitching than I expected it to be. Brian Bayless, now, he only went 5 2/3 and gave up 3 earned runs, but he pitched better than the stat line proves. Threw a lot of strikes and didn't really get hit up until the 4th inning, in which he gave up 3 earned runs. I mean, he did a fairly good job.
He did.
So it's not, or 5th inning, I should say. He did a good game, in my opinion. I think he played well.
I thought this game was going to be totally different, like you were saying. You know, last time we seen these two teams, it was a blowout for the Beavers. This time around, it was all woolly Mammoths.
Yeah, Sean Kennedy really dominated today. He, coming in today, he had a 6.18 ERA, but he performed quite phenomenally, going 6 1/3 with 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 8 strikeouts, and only 1 walk. So did a great job. The big thing about him was how many hits he had, but he went 1 hit per inning.
Yeah.
And he struck out 8, and he only had 14 coming into the game. So he did phenomenal, and it was a great turnaround for him. And hopefully from here on out, you can see him continue to improve and pitch like this, and it'll become a solid addition to this lineup. Travis McQueen in relief. Dan went 1 2/3. Yeah, he's going to get that ERA down if he can perform like that. 1 2/3 innings pitched with 1 hit and 2 strikeouts and no walks and no runs. And Gavin Collins having a 1-2-3 inning in the 9th. Just great pitching performances from the Mammoths in general. It's a complete flip-flop from last time these two teams faced off.
Guess what? They face each other again tomorrow night, so it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out then.
Dan, who would be your player of the game?
There's a lot of guys here for the woolly Mammoths. But you know what? I like your guy, Roddy Palmer.
That a boy. See, right there, that's you admitting that my pick of the game was the best.
Yeah, you know. But, you know, Hagen Wilkie did a great job of pinch hitting for Ian Yetzko coming in.
Yeah, he had a
as well.
2 RBI single And Dan, I would have to give it to him just based solely on the fact that he had 2 RBIs, went 1 for 2. Hagen Wilkie did have the solo shot, but other than that, he went 1 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. So I'm gonna give it to Hagen Wilkie in relief of Ian Yetzko.
Yeah.
Ian Yetzko left injured. Who's your pitcher of the game?
Yeah, Sean Kennedy, man. I mean, this guy was pretty good, solid.
Just for the sake of being different, I'll give it to Travis McQueen in relief with the 1 2/3 innings and only 1 hit and 2 strikeouts, no walks, no earned runs. Fantastic bounce back relief performance from him.
Yeah, it was. You know, we didn't know how it was going to turn out, especially with this pitching. It ended up being a lot better than we thought.
Yeah, Dan, we know these 2 teams are facing off again tomorrow, but what's on the menu tomorrow? We have AC/DC.
Oh, yes.
And then on Sunday, we have the Eastside Diamond Hoppers and the Utica Unicorns. They played yesterday, but that was rain shortened. So in just a few moments here, we're going to have the fireworks, and we're going to live stream those for you guys.
Yep.
And so from Jimmy John's Field, Brian Fisher and Dan Dobler will catch you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time, same 2 teams playing. So thank you guys for listening, and please stay tuned for fireworks.